Hello, my name is India Fisher and you're watching Dr. Freedom.
Okay, good evening, folks. Dr. Freedom here with you. Time for some Doctor News. News from in and around the universe that could tickle your... I'm not even going to say it's a funny little place deep inside. Okay, yeah, I just put up the announcement on the Facebook page and Twitter that due to my wife, Lady Gallifrey's surgery this coming Friday, Omega Files, I don't even know when we're going to be recording it. I don't know if they're going to try to do it maybe Sunday or just postpone it the entire week. Like I said, details will follow on that. It'll likely be postponed to the following weekend. I know it kind of stinks, but come on, she's more important than that. So, all right, we'll just... but here's a little something you can look at here. Oh, ain't that cute? See, look. All right. Yeah, I was just muddling around today on paint and came up with that. Okay, so details will follow on what goes on with that. All right. Now moving onward. Let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on for the news-wise today. Okay, interesting stuff coming out. All right, boom, boom, there. Okay, Heaven Sent overnight viewing figures came in at 4.51 million viewers, and you got to remember, that's just the overnight. It'll go way up from that by the time it's all totaled up. Doctor Who had 20% of the total television audience. Strictly Come Butt Licking once again came in. I just can't figure out the appeal of freaking reality television. All you're doing is feeding into the corporate machine, and they're pumping out cheap, easy, and just crappy entertainment that everyone falls for. But then again, I'm a sci-fi geek. That's my perspective on it. A lot of people don't agree. It's your thing, but heck, you get more imagination out of the frickin' potato I threw out in the trash last week. My God, that's just me. I don't like reality television. Never have. Never been a fan of it. Okay, Heaven Sent press reaction. Okay, I love how you have to put this kind of stuff up even when your article comes out the day after the episode airs. But that's because it airs in different parts of the world. But it's just gotten nuts. Well, I'm going to go on that a little bit at the end of this episode because I had some really strange stuff going on. Okay, now so overall, the press reaction to this episode was phenomenal. I didn't see anything that was really a down note. Production values praised, writer praised. Matter of fact, mind-bending masterpiece. That's what the digital spy says, and the Metro called it an epic one-man show. Matter of fact, the latest word is, I agree with Sheila Friend when she put this out. If Capaldi does not win some type of awards for Series 9, especially for the Zygon inversion speech, as well as this episode, there is a conspiracy against him. I'm not kidding. It makes me wonder who's behind it. All right, but let's get on. Okay, now here's an image gallery. Now, here's the thing. I was posting images that I was getting from people that had been all over Twitter. They'd been all over Facebook and other forums. Also, when you look at the Radio Times issue that's coming out this week, a lot of this stuff that I was posting is already in it. Matter of fact, here's the photos that are being released. I'm not going to blow them up or anything. Normally, I'm a big guy about spoilers, but the thing is, we already knew, like almost a month ago, that Gallifrey, because of the fact they slipped in that little bit on the synopsis for for Heaven Sent, and they also had that synopsis come out for Hellbent. We already knew Gallifrey was going to be involved in the end of this series almost a month ago. Yet, when I was posting pictures of stuff, I was getting hardcore flack from people. I'm like, guys, I normally am a guy who tries to dodge around the spoilers for people, but, don't tell me what I can post and what I can't post on my page. If you don't like my page, the door's over there. Don't let it hit you on the butt on the way out. I don't get paid to do this. I do this for the fun of it. I do this because I enjoy spending time with other Doctor Who fans, and I like keeping you guys in the know as to what's actually going on and trying to keep a level head when everybody's running around screaming the sky is falling like Chicken Little on meth. But okay, so if you want to look at these, do it. If you don't, remember, there's a lot of spoilery images in here if you click on them, all right? Moving on. Okay, now the behind the scenes on Heaven Sent. These are some very interesting vids we click through. Matter of fact, it's almost funny seeing poor Capaldi being the only one there at the read through for this particular episode. So, a lot of nifty little videos here from the extras. Be sure to go check this out. Matter of fact, when you see Rachel Talay's grave sketch, you're going to die laughing. I don't know how anyone made any heads or tails out of that. Okay, the Radio Times cover, of course, for this coming week. Boom, okay, this is to be published on December 11th. So it's going to have the Festival of Doctor Who cover. Yeah, I like that's kind of funny. This one covers both the finale of this series, Hellbent, and looks forward to the forthcoming Christmas special, and features a 3-page interview with Stephen Moffat, during which he discusses his shyness, how to replace Jenna Coleman, and also taking on inspiration from other writers. He goes, some things you see on TV are so bad, you think you shouldn't write for a week in case you're contaminated, in case it's got into your head. The sheer rubbishness of the dialogue and story construction. You have to detox, but you read a script by Russell T Davies, and suddenly everything makes sense in an immaculate, clean way. And then talking about his own eventual departure and finding a worthy successor to run the show, he said, quote, "That's an issue I'm actively engaged in. Everything's difficult in Doctor Who, including leaving. I'd never leave it in the lurch, because it means too much to me. Let's not pretend it's not a big problem, but there will be a solution." And, of course, the legendary Christmas double edition of the Radio Times, which 19th will feature the legendary Doctor Who Christmas special, is due to be published in the London Midlands on the 5th of December and on general sale from the 9th of December. So, there we go. Okay, moving on. 13 tweets that perfectly sum up the internet's reaction to last night's episode of Doctor Who. These are corkers. These are hilarious, but I don't give a darn about any of these. Well, I'm like kidding. It's when I got to this one that I really jumped for joy. Sheila Friend, you've seen her name in the comments. You've seen her name, bouncing around on my, because we're friends on Twitter. And yeah, she got her tweet put in the Radio Times. I got a kick out of that. And I agree with her every bit here. Just give every award, BAFTA, Emmy, Golden Globe, to Peter Capaldi now. I'm not kidding. That just between these couple of these episodes, he's more than earned it. Okay, why I'm bringing River Song back to Doctor Who. He goes, here we last see them as Mr. and Mrs. Who at the height of their powers. It's a great run. And then he goes into this a little bit in this article here. It's not too long, but I'm going to leave that for you folks to read. All right, Stephen Moffat on Jenna Coleman's replacement. It gives a chance to relaunch Doctor Who, and we've got a really cool idea on how to do that. Now, he says he hasn't chosen a new companion yet, but he's got some ideas. Of course, every freaking agent in London is printing out multiple CVs and bombarding them at the BBC with paper-launching cannons right now. Or actually, they're standing outside Rothlock, throwing them attached to the rocks, trying to get them in the window. It's got to be mad already. The search has got to be on already, because they've got to have things ready, unless things aren't looking good for next year. Oh, yeah, that's a bad rumor that was going around for the longest time. Okay. Now, as I said, Jenna Coleman's Doctor replacement is still a twinkle in Steve Moffat's eye, but while the showrunner hasn't yet chosen the next companion, he does have some strong ideas about the character, and which could send the series in a new direction. And he goes, he has specific ideas, but not a specific actress. A new companion gives us the chance to relaunch the show, and we've got a really cool idea on how to do that. So you got to wonder what's going through his head right now. And also, although he had just signed up for another series, it sounds as if, all right, talking of personnel changes, Moffat says he's also considering who will take his place when he finally leaves Doctor Who. Although he has just signed up for another series, it sounds as if his departure could come in the not-too-distant future. He goes, that's an issue I'm actively engaged in. Everything is difficult in Doctor Who, including leaving. I'd never leave it in the lurch, and we already went into that. But you see what I mean? I don't think it's right away. Don't go nuts. I do have an eerie, itching sensation he may be looking for the door after Series 10 is done. But, you never know. As he said in a recent interview, he basically takes it by, year by year. Okay, this is an interesting interview that was done on the New Zealand Herald. And also this has a nice little video, goes with just over 2 minutes. I read this one a little bit. I was going to put this one up for Friday, but the thing is, I decided, what the heck, I'm just going to take the whole freaking holiday off. I don't do that often, so I went ahead and took Friday off as well. Okay, and for those of you who didn't know this, the script for Face the Raven is now available online if you want to go take a look at it. It's for you folks who are big fans of the BBC Writers' Room, that they've decided to go ahead and put that one up for you. Matter of fact, it says right here, there's a number of additional passages of dialogue and scenes that were lost prior to the ultimate filming and transmission, examples of which include Riggsy's full name, the appearance of his fiancée Jen, the mystery of Darren Brown, plus dialogue from the original ending scene that appeared post-credits. So, matter of fact, if you ever get a chance, look up Capaldi reading his speech from Zygon Inversion. I think it was at the Australian Doctor Who Festival. And there was a lot that was in that speech that was left on the cutting room floor that didn't make it into the filming. And it's still an incredible speech, incredible message. Okay, so I'm going to get on out of here while the getting's good. Once again, Omega Files is, like I said, I have no idea we're going to be recording for Hellbent. You know, as much as I'd love to do it this weekend, I love my wife even more, and she's going into a very, very, you know, major surgery come Friday, and I really, you know, probably going to be up there at the hospital all night Friday, probably most of the day Saturday, and, you know, I really hate, you know, having to leave her there, but, you know, you know how it is. Well, I'm going to get on out of here, so everybody take care, ta-ta, enjoy the rest of your week. Catch you on the flip side.